Tonight, there's topsy-turvy logic in Aussie land.
You don't get to believe in gay animals and evolution at the same time.
Steve explains why he's straight.
Tried to joust, none of them want to joust with me.
And I gatekeep human rights. We're not burning them at the stake anymore.
Yeah.
So they should be thankful.
Why, hello, my fellow apes.
And welcome to LowFruit, where I am coming into this video already annoyed.
Oh, why are you annoyed? Come on, Reese, tell us, why are you annoyed?
Well, let's just say a creator that I respected for a very long time and is the inspiration behind my Castles and Curiosities channel is parroting Alex Jones level bullshit.
Yeah, things are getting personal, ain't they? They're getting personal.
Yeah, it's not great. So the creator in question is Shadiversity.
Mm-hmm.
And for as long as I had followed him, it was all about the passion in the history. And that was very much what pulled me in. And it's what made me want to start my own, because here's a guy who's passionate about history and castles on the other side of the planet where he doesn't have any. Where I have castles on the fucking doorstep that I can go to and talk about and all of that. So that was why I kicked that off.
Yeah. And he's a passionate person who delivers the content in a really intriguing way. Like, there's a reason he's got such a big channel. Like, he's revealed in the past he's a Mormon, and I'm like, bit weird, but okay, people have their religions, fine, it's a disagreement, you accept to move on. And then he's released this on his second channel, Night's Watch. And it's probably worth emphasising that Shad's done this for a while. He's revealed more and more over the last... Is it about a year, would you say?
Probably a year or two.
Year or two, he's been revealing more and more that he's a deeply conservative thinker. But he's not like... He doesn't practice those, Christian characteristics of humility and understanding. It's just... It really is straight up what you see in, like, Alex Jones or, like... If you want to be more charitable, Tucker Carlson kind of levels,
nonsense kind of crap.
I've seen many, many things at this point from some of the left-wing people that I watch that are covering Shad, and I just think, oh man, like what is going on? Like what is happening?
I can say I stayed away from Night's Watch because I knew more of his sort of filtering through on that. But I couldn't avoid this one, it seems.
And one of the things I found quite fascinating is when Shad responds to people that criticize him, he likes to strawman it as if they're just like, oh, I like you when you say things I like, but I don't like you when you say things I don't like. When actually what they're trying to convey is you really are speaking on things that you don't have expertise. And you're speaking like, you would get annoyed. You do get annoyed when people do this with like medieval armor or something like that. And it's like, and yet you think you can like walk into like, what percentage of the animal kingdom are homosexual and just speak as if you know this stuff when you don't.
Well, what we're going to have to do, instead of just poisoning the well on how little he knows about this sort of stuff, we'll play the video.
Welcome back to The Watch. And Oz, did you know the animals are gay?
The frogs are. What are they doing to the rest of them? Animals are gay, right?
Some are.
The animals are gay. It means all. They always get to like all the animals are gay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good start.
And you've got his friend Oz here, who was already with the frogs are. It's like
he's already going for Alex Jones level. Yeah. Oh, what I've noticed from him is he just like drops weird memes. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So there is a new documentary coming out on Peacock, which. Don't know why that sounds appropriate.
There's a gay documentary coming out on Peacock.
There is, right?
Great start.
The quality of the jokes there. It's not up to LowFruit standard.
It's not LowFruit standard, guys. We are far above this. Exactly.
There is, right? And it's about homosexuality in the animal kingdom. And I found this just so bafflingly bizarre that they would use this and frame it in such a way to try and say homosexuality, everyone, that's just a normal thing in the animal kingdom.
Why would they need to say that, Shad? Why would they need to say, hey guys, turns out that homosexual practice, it's pretty ubiquitous.
Is it? Because a lot of
religious
theists
people,
and religious people say that it's unnatural.
It's unnatural. It's evil and unnatural. And they go, no, look, let me show you then. It is pretty natural, especially in social species. It occurs. It's a thing.
Yeah. Funny enough, it's social bonding for a lot of animals.
Social bonding.
Which we'll get into more as he...
Yeah. I mean, like, you reflect and you go, you know what? Not all bees fuck. What's going on? Like, if they failed evolutionary because they don't all get to reproduce, what's going on? It's almost like they're a social species, and so they don't all have to reproduce.
Yeah. The idea of being baffled over why we might need to say this thing is it's because people like you are sitting there going, it's unnatural.
It's like...
That's so this is a response to that.
Yep. It's like when theists are going, or especially in the past, but they actually still are doing it to a large degree today. They go, women are just not the same as men. They're just not the same as men. They're just cognitively impaired compared to men. And then someone makes a documentary go, look at the interesting psychological studies that show that women are just as capable as men. In some cases, actually, they're better by a statistical standard. And then you get people going, why are they making a documentary like this? What's going on? I feel attacked.
It just reveals that you didn't want to know about it, doesn't it?
It's just a normal thing in the animal kingdom. Animals do it, so therefore it's normal for humans to do it. And I was like, well, hang on, are you really using that framing?
Such a straw man. What I just say at the beginning. Yeah. The straw man is the people are going, oh, you've just said that being homosexual is not natural. Well, let me show you that it's natural. Let's look at the animal kingdom. I can show you it's natural. And how does he respond?
Well, I'm liking the example that's about to come up.
Well,
but
yes,
how does
I don't know what that example is quite yet, but with that being state of the cross, he then goes, oh, so what you're saying is that it's because it's natural, it's okay. And it's like, what?
No one made
no one made a moral claim here. We were just saying, look, you said it's not natural. We'll show you that God has created a lot of gay things. and then he goes, oh, so just because it's been created that way, it's okay. No, Shad. Like, wow, straw man level.
Are you really using that framing to try and justify a practice that humans do because animals do it? Do they have any idea what animals also do?
Yeah.
They eat their own young!
Yeah.
Right. What a fantastic fucking comparison there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gay people and fucking infanticide.
They normally go...
and cannibalism.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a bit of a leap.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're aware, Shad, there are tribes of humans that eat each other.
Yeah, I'm sure he's aware.
I don't know.
He might be there.
The moral judgment doesn't come into this.
No, it doesn't.
This is just like acknowledging that it does happen, and it's not just a weird thing humans are doing. It happens in the rest of the animal kingdom. That's all we're trying to acknowledge here.
Oh, but gays don't.
No!
You're right, Oz. Gay people don't eat their own young. Or anyone else's young, for that matter.
Does that make it wrong? Does it make it right? What's going on? I'll tell you, look, let's use their logic, right? You know what? Nature shows that the vast majority of organisms are heterosexual. But that doesn't mean it's right, okay? Maybe you should be gay, okay? You can't draw a conclusion from this.
Yeah. Again, the amount of people doing it makes no difference on to whether something is right or wrong.
This is all descriptive.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Gays don't.
No! They don't!
That's dark, man. So, you don't get to believe in gay animals and evolution at the same time.
What a moron! Oh my god! So obviously,
how to reveal you know nothing about evolution.
So obviously, what he's trying to suggest there is, oh, if everyone's gay, then the species doesn't continue.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I'm sure the documentary came out going, turns out everything's gay. All of it. We actually don't know how we've reproduced. It must be asexual. Like, that's what the documentary is saying, apparently.
You could actually argue that it's a really good form of population control in the sense of the gay animals will help to raise the young.
That is what's going on. That is one of the most...
Without increasing the population size past a sustainable level.
That is one of the biggest theories on it. It's like, what if something stays in a gene pool
Yeah.
It obviously isn't causing problems, and it probably is benefiting it.
Yes.
And so why is it the social species has this? Why is it that so many animals have gay members? About 10% normally, which is the same as what's reflected in humans. Well, it's obviously beneficial. Like, if you've got, like...
Is it higher in giraffes? Giraffes are very gay.
Are they super gay, are they? Yeah. They're super gay.
I think there's something that's like the majority of couplings among giraffes are.
So if there was a gay tier list, the giraffe would be
They're
right
right
up
at the
top.
top.
The right at the top.
That should be the symbol of the pride.
Yeah. Just giraffes. Yes. Yeah.
No, so again, yeah, you're right. He doesn't know anything.
No. He knows... That is a profoundly ignorant statement, and the fact that they're both like happy about it. Shad, read your comments. Read what people are telling you. Like, this video's been bombed.
I'll tell you what. Yeah,
read the comments.
Before we move on, it has been really kind of nice to see that a huge portion of the comments on this particular video are like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Shad?"
Yeah.
But
the thing is you need to reciprocate. You need to like read that and go, all right, maybe I strawmanned it. We're not going to get that from Shad. It's not what he does.
It's not even that though. This sort of, oh yeah, you can't believe in gays and evolution at the same time.
That is some Kirk Cameron
That's
level.
going in the intro for sure. Because that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You don't get to believe in gay animals and evolution at the same time. You don't get to.
Explain.
Because evolution is traits go
Yeah.
if they help
I know. It's gay relationships, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't mean it didn't happen, and but these are like animals that couldn't get a mate of the opposite gender.
So who's going out and molesting all these animals?
What?
Just sudden jump to
You know what?
bestiality.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Again, I
all
never.
the
Yeah.
conservative talking points
this
here,
a
isn't
problem.
it?
It's just he's got genocide. He's got what do you have? Cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
He had
infanticide, bestiality. Yeah.
All of the tropes of comparing
Yeah.
homosexuals to that.
Yeah.
And not listening to the claim at all, not understanding the claim at all. Now, credit to Shad. He did just say to mate, what's mate's name?
Oz.
He did just say to Oz. How so? As if like even he knows what he just said is complete crap. Oz didn't answer it, but just gave a shitty meme. And then Shad's like, well done, bro. Right, let's get back to the business.
So who's going out and molesting all these animals?
And a lot of these animals, right, they also resort to it as the last option.
Yeah, that's not true.
Shad, what the?
That's just not true. I did, like.
Did he just say that the way that you get gay creatures, they're basically the incels? Incels are gay because they just go, you know what? Any hole's a goal at this point. Is that what he just said? He can't be serious. You know what I love? He, if you used to say to him, Shad, be gay, he'd go, I can't. I'm sexually attracted to a female phenotype. It'd say a woman, but
We're going to remove all the women in Australia.
Yeah.
Are you now going to start fucking Oz?
Yes, that's how that works. Here, all of a sudden, they go, you know what, Oz, you're very attractive. That's what he's going to do. I'm out of options, and so you're it.
Somehow, I don't think that's true.
Wait.
A lot of animals that resort to homosexual attractions are usually because they can't find a mate of the opposite sex.
Huh.
Provide a source.
Citation needed.
Yeah, normally I would go, that's a mistake, but you're saying it with such confidence that I'm kind of happy to call it a lie.
He'll Martin Bailey it, probably. He'll put down this ridiculous claim, you'll pressure him on it, and he'll go, all I'm saying is that as we lose opportunities, our aspirations decline. Like, he'll do something along those lines. Basically, at the beginning, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want someone of the opposite sex. But after enough time, I'm like, Oz, get over here now.
And so they're like, I can't put it in anything else, so you'll do.
So if a squirrel can't find a lady squirrel, he'll find a dude squirrel to bust a nut.
In a lot of cases.
That's what you're on about with the fucking memes. He's kind of worthless.
Bust a nut. Also, like, that is legit. Like, they legit are saying that that's how that works.
Yeah.
This is one of the most profoundly stupid statements on anything to do with LGBT matters I've ever heard. Like, I'm amazed. Well done.
Animals are gay because they can't find females to mate with.
Guys, I know that you I really do understand that you like medieval stuff. I do as well. Reese does. I love it. Do you have to keep your mind there?
In a lot of cases, right? And I mean, you see dogs, they're willing to freaking hump anything. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
So if a beaver can't find a lady
No,
beaver,
because the point is, a lot of these cases of the homosexual sex of the animals aren't entirely because the animals are legitimately gay. There might be some few small instances, right?
You could just argue that this is what happens with straight people. You've got no evidence for it. You've got nothing to back it up. You can just go, the reason the straight people is they just can't get gay couples. They just, you know what? I've tried to joust. None of them want to joust with me. Fine. I'll settle with the opposite sex.
It's absurd. I don't know really what to say.
He would never, like, all of these people would look at such reasoning as what I just gave and know immediately that this
is horseshit.
Horseshit. And yet that's precisely what they're doing here. And as you said earlier, they're like comparing it to, infanticide, to...
We've got to do that gay conversion video.
Definitely, man.
Because it's the whole, I was on drugs and all the rest of it. It's like every single time you've got to attach it to something else.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes a lot of it is that these animals are super horny and they just need to bust a nut.
Super horny.
Sorry, look, I've got to make sports again. Shad, at what level of being horny does the incel decide he's gay? What are you on about? Like, it doesn't work like that. My dude, it doesn't. You might lower your aspirations, but if you're straight, you're straight. You're not...
He's a Mormon, so I'm sure he's against fucking wanking, right?
Probably, yeah.
So when he's away from his wife for an extended period, does he sit there going, Oz is looking good today?
You know when he visited England and he was away? Was he with his wife? Okay, he goes away, he's not with his wife, gives her a ring, goes, darling... Day 15 came up. It was one day too far. I shall not be seeing you today. My backside hurts from being with Oz.
Of course not. That's not how this shit works. I appreciate that, most of us, get in bed with Pamela. And obviously animals can't do that.
No, I've seen them doing it.
Well, they can. They can find ways.
Yeah, there's several pillows that they can find. But yeah.
But the point is yes, sometimes animals will find other animals. Just monkey fucking a frog. It is a thing.
So if a bull can't find a heifer, he'll get a buck.
He's made that joke 3 times.
He's only there to try and moving on.
Still, we're not going to watch much of this, but just this is the whole...
Our planet is home to over 11 million species, and
there's more animals than that.
Sure.
Why don't they show mushrooms?
Because it's a documentary on the planet and life.
Well, it's going to be about the sexual structure
it's going to be about reproduction of...
Yeah, like fungus are way different to, if you're looking at the animal kingdom, right, you're going to be looking at how sex works as well as, how sexual orientation works. Clownfish change their sex. There are some species, such as fungus, that have a different system of sex. So because of this, if you're going to talk about, the animal kingdom, this is relevant matters. You can't have this dynamic of are you heterosexual or homosexual when there's more than 2 sexes or when there's only one sex.
Why don't they show mushrooms?
Because when the thing that starts these gay animals going at it is they eat the wrong mushroom in the forest.
You reckon?
That is also a theory that normally religious conservative people put across. It's drugs make you gay. It's like, you know what? I was totally heterosexual. Then I had one marijuana, and now, come here, Oz.
you sure the paparazzi really are everywhere? Everything you were told as a kid is wrong.
No. Hang on. Are they trying to say that, heterosexual, sexual relationships are the norm for many species on Earth?
Common, Shad. Common. They appear throughout the entire animal kingdom. Especially in social creatures.
Such a straw man. So opaque, so obvious. I'm glad his audience seems to be recognizing it, but holy crap, that is obvious.
We're not there going, oh, 51%
Yeah.
plus are gay because it's the norm. You know,
Yeah.
no one's saying
no
that.
one's saying that. Also, him getting upset with the wording that the person used, where he said everything that you thought you knew is not true. Hasn't he like made videos before where he's like, you know, this weapon and how it's used in the films?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything you thought about it's not true.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we know that you don't mean everything, like it can't cut or something like that.
You
know that what you're saying is
could
you
say-
were brought up in a conservative mindset, or you were brought up in a certain mindset to think that it does this. Turns out it doesn't.
It's
It's a bit of
hyperbole,
It's a
but
bit
it's
of,
getting the point across.
Yeah.
Are they trying to say that like heterosexual, sexual relationships are the norm for many species on Earth? That's not wrong. Just because there are exceptions to the norm doesn't disprove the norm.
when
No-
did
no-
it,
no
when
one
did it
said
say
that.
that? When did it say that?
No.
Oh, straw man.
Yeah.
I honestly think they're going to be like, everything you've been told as a kid was wrong. Okay, it's actually gay relationships that produce offspring.
What are you? What? How?
I
How
know.
can they
How can I make this documentary seem ridiculous? I'll make the most extreme straw man position possible.
And my audience won't notice at all. It will be
Oh,
perfectly
no, they have
fine.
noticed.
Oh dear, what is going on? I can't believe it.
If anything, my thing from this one so far is Shad, drop Oz. He's terrible for your channel.
And Shad, start practicing some like Christian values and actually start listening to people and being humble and like, you ain't gonna do that.
It's actually gay relationships that produce offspring.
They want to rewire, people, basically. This is an attempt to socially engineer and teach a new doctrine to be.
Yeah.
Yes, a doctrine of acceptance.
This isn't a conspiracy. This is you.
School in general is an attempt to wire children a certain
Yeah,
way.
I know.
In order to, think rationally,
Yeah, yeah.
logically, all
But
these things.
this is it. Shad's like grown up with this specific like conservative mindset where they went, slavery's wrong, even though the Bible endorses it. But this is the specific dynamics that you should sign off on.
Shad,
And
the
what's
Mormon,
happened is it's
the
changed.
Mormon church has rewired your brain.
Yeah, what's happened in the last is it about the last 100 years? They've went, when we were talking about the mark of Cain and how like black people were inferior, might be wrong about that. Might be wrong. They've adapted, they've changed, they've updated.
This is an attempt to socially engineer and teach a new doctrine to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree with that 100%.
And this whole thing is just another really bizarre one where I have trouble understanding how they honestly thought the framing of this helped their cause out.
The framing. What?
It's his framing.
No. The framing of this documentary is you were probably taught some things about gays
Yes.
that aren't true.
Yeah. And he himself will have published content where instead of just going, turns out it's actually the longbow isn't thought of this way. They were mistaken. Instead, he'll oversell it, a bit of hyperbole. He'll go, everything you thought you knew about the longbow, it's not true.
A lot of people were taught homosexuality is a mental illness.
Yes, there were. Yeah,
It's not.
it's not.
A lot of people were taught that homosexuality is unnatural.
It's not.
It's not. And that's kind of what that documentary is putting across.
Yeah.
So the framing of these things you were taught are wrong. What's so wrong about that framing?
Mhm.
And as you say, he will do this with medieval stuff.
Yep.
Oh, this thing you were taught about spiral staircases.
Not real.
It's not true.
Not true. Everything you thought you knew.
I have trouble understanding how they honestly thought the framing of this helped their cause out. Because trying to say that, homosexuality should be treated and regarded exactly equivalent as heterosexuality, right?
Mhm.
Because animals can be gay as well. It's just like, no.
That's not what's being said, is it, though? You've got people saying that homosexuality is unnatural. So then we're going, no, it is natural.
Mhm.
And also, yes, gay people and gay relationships should be treated equally to straight relationships. They're not doing any harm to anyone. It's all consenting adults. Obviously,
Yeah.
children can't consent. So children are out of the argument on this. You can't use them. Right?
He wants to.
I know he wants
Yeah.
to. But gay people forming loving relationships hurts no one. Fuck off.
But the Bible, Reese, the Bible says so. That's what it is. Like that, and it's like this is a specific interpretation as well. Right? This
Yeah.
is what it is.
No. Animals will murder. They will eat their own kind. They will eat their own young. Like, No.
And humans do it too because we're animals.
God,
So again, that would come under the realm of natural. The reason we have laws against these things and the reasons that we've got, moral positions on these things are because we have ways to process and communicate that non-human animals don't.
It's just the whole idea that he's thinking that they're making a prescriptive statement. They're just not. They're just saying it's a real thing.
Oh yeah, he's almost suggesting that, they're trying to argue that being gay is good.
They've nothing like
It's
that
like,
at all. It's just,
No, there's not a moral prescription on it either way.
No.
It's not good or bad. It's just a thing that people do.
yeah, it's like, it really is bizarre. I mean, you wouldn't flip this, or he wouldn't, would he? He wouldn't like go, look, this documentary showed that these two lions, they're heterosexual. They're trying to tell us that you have to be heterosexual. Like, that's not, surely not. Like, it's not that dense.
Yeah, a documentary on the mating habits of lions.
Yeah.
They're trying to make the world straight.
The fact that humans are able to rise above base animal instinct is what sets us apart of every other animal species on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, God, fucking hell, man.
This is just the same shit.
But he has children.
Yeah.
Right? Why is he able to wallow in his base animal instinct?
Yes, yeah.
The gay people, they've got to rise above it.
No, they've got to rise above it. Like, they've had too much fungus. Like, it's too much. Yeah.
Stray people, if they sort of give in to their base animal instincts, that's fine. That's natural.
Yeah.
Gay people giving in to their base animal instincts, that's a moral evil.
Yeah. Also,
the double standard, it's just fucking horseshit, man. I can't stand it.
With his Mormon background and theistic background, they often want to say that we're created in a certain way, and that is the way that we should be. It's like the blueprint is in it.
We were designed to be like
we were designed to be this way. Men need this because God made us this way to need these things. And yet, you can just look at the animal kingdom and go, God's a bit gay. He's a bit gay. He's okay with the jousting, right? He's good, right? You've got this situation where humans, 10% are gay. Like, there's so many other species where they're gay. If we're created in his image, he's a bit gay, right?
Well, he certainly loves the foreskin.
The fact that humans are able to rise above base animal instinct is what sets us apart of every other animal species on Earth.
Yeah.
Critical thinking, understanding moral complexity, okay? Actually comprehending good and evil.
Shad, you can't say that. As a Christian, the knowledge of good and evil is the full.
Yeah.
So saying that the thing that makes us special from animals is the full, that's kind of incoherent with your belief system, surely. Humans were created special before the fall, before we had knowledge of good and evil.
I guess
what you've just said is kind of incompatible with your belief system.
Well, I guess he could say he's talking about moral culpability. God wouldn't see us as moral agents because we didn't have knowledge of good and evil. But then we got knowledge of good and evil. But somehow we had free will before we had knowledge of good and evil.
He's suggesting that if we were special, if we were separate from the other animals before that knowledge, but now he's saying the thing that defines us as separate is that knowledge.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
That you can't reconcile those two.
No.
Comprehending good and evil is what sets humans apart. And that's why we can see certain behaviors in the animal kingdom and say, if we were to do it, that would be wrong.
Do you understand why we say it would be wrong, though? Because things like theft, thievery,
yeah. The thing that you are sometimes against and generally against thievery.
Murder, infanticide, all these other things that, bestiality that we brought up. There's things to do with consent, because we value consent, and we want to reduce the harm and suffering and improve well-being. So that's where we put a lot of moral prescriptions onto things.
Do you think his audience watch this and then they get to this point and they haven't picked up the fact that they didn't mention anything to do with prescriptions, and yet he's doing this now with this straw man position, and they look at it and they go,
"No, it's the straw man."
Yeah, they did. Fair play. But does he think that what is going on in his head? Does he think that people are really going to follow him, thinking that he's accurately representing what the documentary is here?
A little bit of a sofa psychologizing here.
Yeah.
I think he's hearing what he wants to hear. He wants to hear the extreme position so that he can disregard it.
Yeah, he wants the straw man so that he can go, this is what's happening. He wants to be able to say they're pushing their views on him, that they're trying to like do this like whole moral dance.
It's the classic Christians feeling persecuted.
Yeah, oh, they love it, don't they? They love a bit of persecution. Please, look after me. I'm the majority, you know.
If we were to do it, that would be wrong. Right? Like infanticide. Is that infanticide?
Infanticide.
Infanticide, right? Yeah, that's horrendous and evil.
Why does this always happen when they talk about like anything to do with homosexual practice?
Well, where we got to go to bestiality.
Got to bestiality, fantasy. They're probably going to genocide. You know, the paedophile. They go there.
Got to go there.
Yeah. They're going to do all of these things.
I used to be gay when I was a drug addict.
Yeah. The fungus was getting me there. I took one marijuana.
We got. Every time it's got to be attached to something else that everyone already instinctually sort of feels negative reactions towards every single time. It's because he's got no argument. You've got to attach it to these other shitty things.
I was watching Clarkson's Farm. Yeah, you do not know. You don't know Clarkson's Farm?
The only farmer I know is Old MacDonald.
Oh, that's fair. Clarkson's Farm is great, and if Oz doesn't know that,
I mean,
if you won't get rid of him for that other stuff, Shad, this should be the final straw. Like, it's a great show. I love it.
It's actually unironically one of the best shows on being made.
Huh.
It's so good.
He runs a farm.
And so on season 3, which I watched recently, he got some pigs and he makes up a paddock, makes some homes for them, and one of the pigs he actually bought was already pregnant and has some strange babies. And so he comes back, the other day after they're delivered, and one of the babies is missing, except an ear. The mother ate it.
Oh. I thought it was some sort of Van Gogh pig.
No. The mother ate one of its own babies.
Okay, there's so much to be said here.
Again,
so much to be said here.
Forward first, right?
Yeah.
Natural things to do doesn't put a prescription on whether it's good or bad.
No. Okay,
Shit happens. Nature be scary.
Yeah, I've got to defend nature, though. I've got to defend the pigs. Okay, look. Pigs and many animals in the wild, including humans, do actually kill their young. Okay, and it's humans is low, but pigs, it's far higher in captivity. Why is that? Because we've bred them. We've bred them to be what they're not in nature. They're actually not natural. They're completely artificial at this point. And so they have different cognitive capacities. We also put them in environments which are cruel, like dead, like super. It's hell on earth for these pigs.
What do you think with this particular pig that's been rolled up to Clarkson's farm?
Yeah.
Think of the stress of being moved locations while pregnant.
Yeah. And having Clarkson look after you.
Yeah, that's it.
To be fair, that pig's probably in a better position than most of the pork that people buy, right? But the point is that they're under incredible distress. Every animal acts more aggressive and violent under distress. That's a thing. So, like women, lots of women will have post-natal depression.
Yes.
Some women actually do kill their babies.
It's happened, yeah.
So what's the point here? Like, what are you trying to raise here? Like, he's trying this whole idea.
What does this have to do with gay people?
It's naturalistic fallacy. He's accusing them of a naturalistic fallacy while not paying attention to what they're saying. Is this all we're going to get? Is this it? Is this all we get?
He's trying to strawman the position of we're saying it's natural, therefore it's good. It's like, no, the whole natural thing is a response to you saying it's unnatural.
And you know what?
I don't know how many times we're going to repeat that.
Well, I want to crystallise it again. We cut this if I've done it too many times. We'll crystallise it again, okay? Look, people like Shad say being homosexual is not natural. Actually, the only way you get there is by fungus or being an incel. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Documentaries released saying, you know what? You're wrong about that. Homosexual practice is ubiquitous in the animal kingdom, especially social species. It's a thing. It is natural. Shad, oh my God. You're saying that just because it's natural, it's right. What?
You're trying to make us all gay.
What? Yeah, you're trying to make us all gay. You're pushing your agenda on me.
It's
crap, isn't it? It's just absurd.
Pigs. Yeah, pigs, they're willing to eat pretty much anything
Damn, why are pigs so selfish and greedy?
So
Even Shad didn't know what to do with that. All he's done is make little quips.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's just derailing the conversation.
He like threw this ball and he's like, here you go, Oz. Here you go. And then Oz just goes, damn. And then Shad's like, yes. So
again, this is just bizarre. This just seems like really weird. Now, of course, I don't have an issue with gay people. Okay,
I don't believe you.
don't believe you, Shad. There's no way that
You wouldn't make this video.
stupid about it otherwise.
You wouldn't have made this video.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I don't have an issue with gay people. Okay, I have an issue with them trying to put, lifestyles in. Like I'd say, you must watch, the gay sex or you're a bigot or something like that.
Okay, you've just contradicted yourself. You've just revealed your cards. You're saying, I don't really have a problem with people being gay.
I just
I
don't
just
want to
don't
see
want to
you.
know about it. I don't want to know it's a thing. I just don't want to see you in public spaces. I don't want to know that you're a thing at all. That's all. I don't have a problem with it. Just don't go near me. Just I don't want to catch it.
Seeing
Like,
gay
yeah.
people in media is pushing your lifestyle onto me.
Yep.
That's it. Fuck off.
But he doesn't watch a medieval film and go, God, they're trying to make me be a knight. They're trying to make me fight
Well,
people.
just like,
I watched Gladiator the other day and they wanted me to fight in the Colosseum.
is every straight relationship in film trying to force
Yep.
straightness onto everyone else?
Yeah, totally. That's exactly how it works.
Garbage.
Yep. When I play Grand Theft Auto, it's trying to make me go out and run people over. That's what it's doing.
You're right. It's the video games cause violence argument.
Pushing their lifestyle on us.
Like they did with that movie, the gay rom-com Bros,
Yeah.
right? They legitimately trying to say straight people, guys, were homophobic for not wanting to watch a movie with explicit gay sex in it.
This is a super common thing that the Daily Wire and conservatives do.
Yeah. It's nitpicking.
They get one topic, and rather than actually addressing that topic, like in this case of the documentary, they bring up other things, and whatever faults those things have or don't have, they imbue it onto this. And so many conservatives just lap that up. They're like, yeah, totally, you were consistent there. It's like, no. And yet, if you go up to someone like a conservative Christian or even just a Christian, and you even slightly go, you know what, talking about your faith and everything, but this absolute nut job Christian, immediately they go, whoa, don't lump us together.
If
what are you doing?
I started talking about Mormonism as being equivalent to the KKK,
Yep. Yeah.
it would be stupid.
Yeah, the whole Mark of Cain and everything. He'd be like, whoa, don't lump me in like that. And yet that's precisely what he's doing here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So on that factor, yes, there were people sitting there going, "Oh, if you don't go and watch this gay rom-com, you're a bigot." And
Mate.
it's like people doing that, they're not worth your time.
We actually do need to react to that as well.
That's fine.
That's funny.
That's a really stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But if you're watching an action film or playing a video game, or whatever, and there's a gay relationship in it, and you fucking flip the table, you do have a problem.
Also,
That's a very different thing to, I don't want to see a gay rom-com. I'm not particularly interested in rom-coms.
Yeah.
But if a gay relationship comes up in fucking Star Wars or whatever,
Yeah.
who the fuck cares?
I think that's a great example. Like people like watch Alexander or they watch something with Achilles, and like they see them in heterosexual relations without an eyelid.
Yeah.
They see them stab people. They don't think that they're being taught to stab people. And then what they do is they see them have a heterosexual relation as well. And they're like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? And it's like, dude, I don't get like that when I see two dudes kiss. I'm just like, good for them. I'm like, okay, it's part of the story. These two actually really care about each other. It's setting up
That's the thing I care about more.
Like, it's actually
Does the
telling
relationship
you-
make sense?
Yeah, it's just telling you something about the characters. If you immediately look at two people that are gay, if you look at two men, and your immediate thought when they start showing some kind of affection towards each other is like this visceral disgust inside you, you're probably a bit gay. You're probably a bit gay, and you're probably coming from a society, a culture that doesn't like it, and so you want to repress that in yourself. Like that legit. I think that criticism is legit.
Yes, yeah.
Because like it doesn't make sense. That's not how it works.
Did The Last of Us get flack for was it Bill? being
Oh,
woke
what, for Bill being woke?
because he was gay.
Yeah, he was gay. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? They were just like, he's gay. That's it. Done.
Woke.
Yeah. They did. They
Whereas,
did that, a
like-
lot. That was the best episode of
But
that
would you
lot.
call it woke if it had a straight relationship?
Oh, yeah. They wouldn't have got any of the attention.
No, it
would
wouldn't have got
been
any of
absolutely
the
fine.
attention at all. It's double standards all the way.
They legitimately trying to say straight people, guys, were homophobic for not wanting to watch a movie with explicit gay sex in it. It's like, you do realize that straight men are not attracted to other men.
No idea, Shad.
That's the
They had
tautology.
no idea.
So yes, so straight men aren't gay.
You do,
you're right.
You do realise bachelors aren't married.
Straight men are not attracted to other men, and so they do not like watching sexual acts of men engaged. This is not a bizarre concept, right? But they will legitimately try to attack people and say, no, you're homophobic for it.
As I've said, this is just nut picking, and the people that are doing that with regards to like rom-coms and stuff, they're not worth your time.
Yep.
If they're saying it about you because you lost your marbles over a fucking gay scene in a video game, you might have an issue.
And the main point here is that the documentary's not saying this. Stop pretending it is.
That's the other thing. This has nothing to do with that.
We're living in clown world at this point, okay? But in terms of, someone's gay, doesn't mean spit to me. It's a nothing.
It clearly does.
Yeah, it clearly does. Like all it's doing is all this documentary's doing
It
is
bothers you.
it bothers him to such a degree. It makes this video.
It's like saying someone has blue eyes or blonde hair, right? That's how much of a nothing it is to me as to my regard for them as an individual and as a person, and how much I'm willing to be friends with them, associate with them, or anything.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me.
It's going to be very difficult for someone to be friends with you if you think that they are unnatural,
Yeah,
etc., etc.
I actually do know why he could be friends with them. If he gets sufficiently blue-balled, all of a sudden, he's going okay, it is going in there. That's what he'll say to the other guy.
Look, I'm for all I know, he probably does have friends that are gay or whatever, but they must be ignoring some of these big red flags in order to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, like, suppose that, you've got some illness that makes it chronic fatigue syndrome, and then you've got a friend that just doesn't believe in it, and so they think you're a lazy person. That's a little bit of a hard dynamic to be able to work with, but we know humans can do that. We do it with family a lot. There's often
my family doesn't understand depression at all.
precisely, exactly. It's so it is that kind of thing.
It means nothing to me. Also, I have as much little interest or regard into their sexual practices and their private life. Don't want to know about it. I don't want you to know about my private life. I'm not going to share it with you. I'm not going to go in when I meet people and say, do you know I'm straight and married, and then go into private acts and stuff like that, or anything like that.
You wear a wedding ring and you have kids.
Yeah,
You're doing it.
Yeah.
You are indicating to the world that you're married and that, in your private life.
Yep. You are.
If
making
you've got
videos
kids,
like this.
you're indicating that you had sex with a woman, or at least adopted, or you're giving us indications of your private life. And I bet you have absolutely no problem holding hands with your wife down the street. Grant the same courtesy to gay people.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when we watch a David Attenborough documentary, and he talks about like bees repopulating, like, I don't know, it could be anything. Like, you watch lions repopulating, and you just like watching them grow up, and it's trying to show you what the early years are like for lions or whatever it might be. Like, is that in any way at all saying, look at this heterosexual life? Like, pay attention to it. I want you to know about it. I'm trying to make it really obvious to everyone. It's just a fact of nature.
Yep.
It's just a fact of nature. When we watch a lion run and like take down its prey and then pierce its neck and paralyze it and play with it, essentially, they're bad. Is it making any kind of statement of like, this should be the case? No, it's just documenting it, and it just is true, tough, that Mother Nature.
There's another thing that we haven't considered here. There's another bit of context. It's Pride Month.
Yeah, I know. That's why he's done it on Pride Month. Yeah.
No, but that's why the documentary is released as well.
Yes, yeah. It's part of Pride Month. It's like, look, and honestly, like, sometimes I've had moments, especially years back, where I would see like Pride Month and I would go, quite overwhelming.
Yeah, I did at one point think Pride Month was a bit cringe, a bit over the top.
Yep.
Then I see this.
And it's damn well
I see
needed.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I see, Daily Wire, and you're like, oh yeah, it's needed.
I don't want you to know about my private life. I'm not going to share it with you. I'm not going to go in when I meet people and say, do you know I'm straight and married, and then go into private acts and stuff like or anything like that. Yeah, it's so weird that the extremists in the LGBT community, because not all the LGBT community like this. They don't like the extremists that are trying to push it so far and try and push it in front of kids and everything like that.
Fucking hell, Shad. It's a documentary. How is this pushing it in front of kids?
He's
How
now
is this
talking about
pushing
the
it-
wider thing, isn't he? He's
like,
now
he's
talking
just-
about
he's
Pride
just-
Month.
Yeah,
and
he's just
But
going.
again-
He's explaining, yeah.
what's the purpose of exposing kids to things like Pride Month, all this documentary and all the rest of it? It's one, there's gay children.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be getting
If you have a
bullied.
child that's like got these feelings,
So they should
you're
be
saying,
allowed-
listen, we accept you as a society.
Exactly.
We know it's a real thing. You're going to have these feelings as you grow up. Just know that this is safe. You can come talk to us. We can help you.
Because guess what? The suicide rates of LGBT people have gone down as societal
Dramatically.
acceptance has gone up.
Yeah.
So it has very positive mental outcomes.
Yep. I just on that note, like looking at the statistics the other day at those trans individuals that receive the hormone replacement when they're young and when they most want it, and it's not like this arbitrary there you go like Shad and other people would portray. It's when they receive it, the reduction in their suicide ideation and attempts is 40 to 60%,
which is huge.
What more evidence do you need that like there's something? You can even like contextualize this in a Christian framework. You can go, we're broken. You know, we're broken. Like we need, like just as we need antidepressants, just as we need like fixtures to all sorts of things. There's also those elements as well.
And try and push it in front of kids and everything like that. And this documentary is another example of that, where they're trying to push it everywhere.
It's Pride Month. They're releasing a documentary in Pride Month. This has been a thing for a very long time now, Shad. Like, if you want to talk about corporations and then, you know, they're putting up their flags in the countries that accept it, but they don't say a damn thing about it in the other countries like Saudi Arabia, you've kind of got a point. This fucking corporate bending over to just sort of get accolades and then after the month's over, they fuck off again.
Yeah, fine.
You've got there's points to be made on that.
Yeah.
Like corporations are just kind of going with the flow so that they can continue to make money.
Yeah.
There's shit to be talked about there. But making a documentary to, again, like with kids, it's like you're just trying to generate that acceptance. Because not only do we need to do it with kids, we need to do it with adults, as you are so clearly demonstrating in this video.
Yeah, I mean...
Because there are people out there that think it's not natural.
Yes. Yeah, they think it's fungus. D-Day, right? There's like a day that celebrates it.
Yes.
It's the day that celebrates the day. It
Not
pays
VE Day,
respect.
VGA Day.
We've got these other days, yeah. Like, sorry, like, do we just go, oh my God, like, I get it, we won. I get it. Like, it was a great day. Like, just, you don't have to go on about it all the time. Or like Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's
2,000 years of celebrating this fucking Jesus.
Oh my goodness, man. Like, they're pushing it on us all the time. Oh, the war on Christmas. Yeah.
This documentary is another example of that, where they're trying to push it everywhere, but also make it equivalent to traditional relationships.
Because they are.
Yeah, they are, dude. Like, this just...
If traditional relationships are about more than just sex, then obviously gay relationships can be as well.
Would Shad, focusing on reproduction, right? And they're acting as if reproduction is...
but that's
It is
generally the vein.
Yeah. And actually, Oz said it explicitly at the beginning, right?
True.
And you can take Shad as implicitly agreeing, right? In any case, you've got the situation where reproduction is an emphasis here. What do you say to people that can't conceive? Like, are they somehow less? Are they not in a relationship? Do they not love each other? Like,
Yeah, it's a relationship where one or both are infertile, unnatural.
I don't want kids. Is my love less now or something? Like, no. Like, that's not how that works.
Make it equivalent to traditional relationships.
Just thinking. Because obviously they're going to, this is another thing, like push towards the kids, right?
Mm.
The cow goes moo, the duck goes quack, the lion says, stop it.
Get rid of him.
That's a better one. That's a clean-ish.
I can say clean joke.
Yeah. Like I would encourage you to go that way. I like those ones.
That's fine.
Yeah. And so I just wanted to point this out and show it. Like, maybe should we try and suffer through a bit more of this?
Yeah.
Gay penguins, bisexual lions.
He got through like 3 seconds.
One thing I will say
Yeah.
is the voiceover for that.
Yeah,
quite funny.
yeah.
Gay penguins, bisexual lions.
It's just honestly, if I was making a documentary and I wanted to get attention, I'd be like, I can trigger the hell out of these snowflakes. What you do is you release one that's got like the gay voice, and it's just like gay penguins coming up to a summer eve.
That's exactly what we do on the intros to this. It's just funny.
Gay penguins, bisexual lions.
All right, so like the bisexual lions, in that case, it's because the male lion, is actually straight. He just couldn't get, mate with a normal, female lion.
Not true.
Dumb mistake.
Right. The amazing thing here is, Shad, you have the power of the internet at your fingertips, right? You can Google this and it will take you seconds, okay?
So I'm just we're titling this video "Incel Lions."
Um,
I compose myself.
Composed,
Go.
right. So the thing that you've got there with the lions is quite often they will form coalitions with other male lions to drive off one to take the pride of females for themselves. What you then have within that is they can get the females whenever they want because they're now owning the pride. But as a form of social bonding and maintaining cohesion with the other male lions, they will muzzle, they will engage in sex, they will do all these other sort of aspects because it maintains the relationship between the male lions.
This is a great point you raise. I mean, like, I hear Shad's interested in history. Does he know what the Spartans did, what they practiced? They encouraged homosexual practice because it bonds them. It's explicitly because they love each other. If you go to war and you actually love the person that you're fighting next to, you'll damn well protect them. Like, that's a massive advantage. Massive advantage.
But this has got nothing to do with, they can't get the females.
Yeah, no.
They can, but they're bonding with the other males.
But this is such a weird theory. Like, I don't want to go there again. Oh, I kind of do. It really is. Like, the entailment of this is that incels are gay.
Or if you're an incel for too long, you'll become gay.
Yeah. You're on the incel timer. You've got probably another 6 weeks, and then that's it.
But like I said, it's like this shit. You Google, man. Google. Just use it.
Yeah.
It will take you seconds. Instead of making something up, look it up.
Yeah.
The male lion is actually straight. He just couldn't get, mate with a normal, female lion.
Gay penguins, which one lays the egg?
What does he bring, dude? Like,
remember, relationships aren't all about sex.
About
just a
reproduction.
reproduction.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is.
Which one lays the egg?
Lesbian penguins, which one wins the fight?
Get rid of them.
Another thing here is that if you go into like the religious roots, what does a lot of deeply religious people do? They practice celibacy. Does that mean that they're not relevant to evolution? Like is that it? Like, they're unsuccessful? No, that's not how it works.
Can I argue that then that those two are failed Christians?
Oh yeah, because they didn't get
Because they're not celibate.
yeah. Wait, does that mean that every monk was gay? Because they weren't getting it.
This is pathetic.
This really is something else.
Sex-changing clownfish. This is a queer planet.
Sex-changing clownfish.
Look at this. This is a queer planet. That's what they want to do. They want to make the world be perceived as queer. They want everything to be gay.
They didn't say everything could be gay, Shad. Like, what? This man is awful for straw manning, isn't he?
This is bad faith extrapolation of a phrase.
This is abysmal. Like, honestly, I'm going to go there. This is Michael Knowles level stupid.
Do you know how you steel man on that point, Shad? Right, this is a queer planet, right? The steel man of what he said there is being gay is remarkably common on Earth. That's it.
do you think, like, if he was to hear like Thomas Hobbes go, nature, in the state of nature, things are nasty, brutish, and short, would he go, no, it's not always the case that it's nasty and brutish and short. Sometimes it's not the case. Oh my, you've overstated the case. What are you doing, Thomas Hobbes?
Well, he might say, probably, the US is a Christian country.
Yeah.
Does that mean every single person in it is Christian?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
Oh, right,
Done. Yeah, absolutely.
They want everything to be gay. And that's just, I find that odd. It's like, hang on, I'm perfectly happy to be friends with you. You know, once upon a time, it was acceptance, tolerance, right? Not treating them any different or anything like that, which I think, yeah, that's good.
Bullshit.
You're against you're against gay marriage, so you weren't for equal treatment.
Okay, you know, so one, he's against it then, and then two, it was never like that. They were told that they had a mental disorder, they were castrated, like they were treated as abysmal.
No. So what he's trying to say here, once the argument from the LGBT side thing was just like treat us equally.
Yeah.
And now he's saying what they're trying to do is push it on to everyone.
Yeah, but he's acting as if we've achieved their goal.
Yeah, we haven't.
No way.
No, not at all.
But yeah, like his idea is that just them existing in public spaces is an aggression against like his view. Like that for some reason.
He's kind of...
This is like a really good case.
It feels like he's happy at the point of, right, we're not burning them at the stake anymore.
Yeah.
So they should be thankful.
It's the Jordan Peterson thing again.
Yeah.
It's like you've taken down enough fences, but if you keep pushing...
Yeah. It's that thing.
And not treating them any different or anything like that, which I think, yeah, that's good, right? But now it's celebration and promotion. It needs to be everywhere.
It doesn't... Promotion. Like I say, he sees appearance of it in the public space as promoting.
It's just promoting it. Just saying it's a thing. Just showing that it's a thing. It's promoting it. That is...
Things appear in the public space when they're accepted. That's kind of the idea about it.
But he wouldn't do that with like watching a medieval event. They're even practicing it in space and role playing.
They're promoting sword fighting.
They're promoting fighting each other with swords.
Yeah.
You know what? They're promoting feudalism.
Yeah.
Like, Shad.
Yeah, reenactment.
What are you doing?
Reenactment events of promoting feudalism. That's going to have to be...
But now it's celebration and promotion. It needs to be everywhere.
Yeah.
They want a gay planet. Why? Because they just hate straight white men. They've admitted this.
Oh my goodness, dude. I will say, you're giving them a reason to do it.
We're talking like super bad faith extrapolation.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got a documentary that's sitting there going, queerness is common on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What I think they're doing is this extreme group of people that are saying hate straight white men.
Yeah. Because they exist. You find these absolute morons, but
he's equating the entire sort of category of LGBT.
I know.
With that.
I know.
It's
horrible. It's abysmal. If you want to stillman the position as well, like from their point of view, whenever you look for people that are not like they're just offended with you existing at all in public spaces, why does it have to be so many white straight men? Like, can't we do better, guys? Like, can't we just fucking empathize with someone else's position? Like, have you not lived your life and had some situations where you're not normal? Maybe you've got dyslexia, maybe you've got ADHD, maybe you've got a sister or a brother or a friend that's got something that's different. Can you not, like, empathize with that and go, okay, the world isn't just me. It's not just my straightness and my outlet.
There's a big commonality among people that are speaking out against LGBT rights and stuff, and it's straight white men.
Yeah, and they are absolutely fine to point that out.
It's fine to point that out. Now, then going so far as to becoming a bigot and hating straight white men, yeah, that's a problem. But that's not what's normally happening, is it?
To me, this is the derailment tactic, and it's really successful, and I do not know how to fight it properly. Because even now, us even having to like agree on these little areas is stupid. Because it's such a small minority, and yet you can just put it onto the table and control the narrative around that, and even people that are criticising him will focus on that and not the abysmal strawmanning really that he's doing. It's unfortunately very successful.
The one concession I'll give is that there are some very prominent people that are racist towards white people.
Oh, for sure.
And that's, yeah, it sucks.
Do you remember that documentary where they were saying Cleopatra was black? And then, like, what her reasoning was, my grandma told me.
Because they just hate straight white men. They've admitted this. We've done a video previously covering that this crazy streamer said legitimately that she will indoctrinate, if she has a son, she will indoctrinate him to be gay or trans simply because she hates straight white men.
And that's a problem.
This is Daily Wire. This is Daily Wire straight up.
Yeah.
This is the popularism conservative nonsense that is absolute brain rot. You bring up something, and rather than criticizing it, you just bring up all these other things.
Well, they're trying to do the slippery slope thing.
Related. They're playing it as if they're the same thing. He wouldn't accept this if he did it to Christianity.
They're trying to do the slippery slope thing. Well, if we accept this, everyone's going to end up like that.
Yeah. He's also
it's not.
he bags it all together like an entity while being very upset if he was to bag all of Christianity and all of its atrocities together.
The problem is you and I are very, very privileged in our society here.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are people then that they get a resentment towards that.
Yeah.
But is that resentment fair? No, of course it's not.
No.
But you understand why it exists. However, not resolving the issues that they have and just complaining about what they're saying isn't going to make anything better for anyone.
No.
So pointing out that this streamer is racist and all the rest of it, you're not... There's issues in the world that have led them to that point.
Mm-hmm.
If you deal with the issues in the world, they probably won't get to that point.
If she has a son, she will indoctrinate him to be gay or trans simply because she hates straight white men, because she believes all straight white men are misogynist. That it's insanity, but that's where it comes from.
See, this is the end result of animal husbandry.
You reckon?
I don't know what that word means, but I see.
But I get what you're saying, because husbandry, husband, male, animal, you were trying to get a play on words then. Not your best work.
Was that...
I agree that there was something in there with the end result bit being the fact that he was making a slippery slope argument.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how Shad is trying to steelman Oz's fucking joke.
We'll still man that, but won't even accurately represent the documentary.
Not your best work.
Yeah. Look, I just don't want them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay.
All right, Alex Jones.
What is this?
So what you have is this came out from... There was a single study that was potentially showing links between a chemical that was making its way into water and feminization of frogs. Then there's been like another 20 studies done that can't reproduce the results.
Oh, so it's like vaccines cause autism.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, one thing's like, oh, there you go,
and
look into it, try and repeat it.
What he's probably heard is, there's this one study, probably from Alex Jones,
probably
taken it as truth, and then rolled with it, and he's never ever looked any further into it.
I actually disagree with you on this one. I think he's just heard a meme, and he's like, that's my contribution.
True.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know,
I make memes.
I failed with my last meme. He's told me off. I'll
try another one.
Yeah, I'll try another one.
I just don't want them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay. All the lions.
I hear that was actually true.
Well, you heard it. It's done.
They
You heard it.
heard it was true.
You heard it. It's
Right.
done.
Shad, again, fucking Google, right? Internet, you're on it. You're already on it.
Shad, you know when you like do a video on like, I don't know, some weapon, do you actually Google? Do you actually look up anything? Do you do some research? Try doing that when it comes to these statements.
And
just a little bit. Just a little bit, please.
instead of just saying, I've heard that thing about
I've heard that's
the
true.
frogs
I've heard that's true.
actually look into it.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's 19 studies altogether, and one of them was alluding to that.
Yep, I've heard that the Longbow Army of England, they're all female. I heard it.
I hear that was actually true.
It is true.
That the frogs were, their gender was getting changed because of the chemicals.
What's next? The zebra is going to be, every color of the rainbow? Huh?
That's basically it. This is just one of those weird things that's like, this is not the win that you think it is. Comparing gay people or gay relationships to the animal kingdom is not good.
We are animals. So noticing gay relationships in the rest of the animal kingdom is sort of sitting there making the argument against you saying it's not natural. It's a natural occurrence across the animal kingdom.
Yep. So you have...
We are animals. It's natural. It's not making good or bad descriptions on it. You're doing that, and you're doing it for horseshit reasons.
One thing I do in RR is I'm always bringing the dialectic back in, because it's really important, because you can lose track, right? And that's what they've done here. They've completely lost it. But for them, it's a feature. It's not a bug, right? But if you go back to it, it's homosexual practice isn't natural. Here you go. It is natural. And then he's saying, you probably shouldn't compare homosexual people to animals. You just asked for the whole claim is you won't find this in nature. Shows you in nature. That's a really bad thing to do. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's an attempt to Martin Bailey, but it's it's not worked. You ran out of the Bailey into the forest that's on fire.
Comparing gay people or gay relationships to the animal kingdom is not good, all right? You should not try and justify practices based on what animals do, because animals are animals, right?
Dude, I'm done with this. Justify. They didn't say that. Shad, you're a piece of shit.
The justification for accepting gay relationships between consenting adults is that it causes no harm to anyone.
I don't like calling people names, but for real, man, there's this real situation. The reason we have Pride Month, the reason there's all of this conflict is because we are not allowing people to live authentically as God has created them. We're not allowing them to live their lives. And yet this is it. This is why Pride Month's needed.
Yeah, this is why Pride Month exists.
And it's sad because he's doing it. He's ostracizing this minority while acting as if he is the victim. It's infuriating. It's just infuriating, man.
It's very frustrating for me because, like I said, it's he's someone I respect and he spent a lot of time and effort and passion on the history research.
Yeah.
But then he's just incredibly lazy when it comes to things like this. And unfortunately, he's got bigotry informed by his religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got no interest in trying to overcome them.
And he surrounded himself with meme men.
Yeah. It's just really sad for me to see.
You should not try and justify practices based on what animals do, because animals are animals, right? There's a reason why we consider humans to be a higher life form. And yes, they are.
No, this is your belief. This is your belief that there's a hierarchy.
We value humans more than we do other animals.
Yeah. If you ask me, do I put humans at the top? Yes, I do. But is it actually the case that humans are at the top? No.
Here's the funny thing, right? If someone was kicking your cat, would you be going over and punching them in the face?
No. I'll go over to them and I go, you are a higher life form. And consequently, don't worry about it. Because it's fine.
Because I know
the cat was probably gay anyway.
But what I'm trying to say, essentially, is how we value things is a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
This higher life form thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, yes, we are, in general, we're speciesists. We value humans the most. But, and that's only as a generality, it's not that easy. It's members within our family, within our community, and then going on forward. And a lot of animals do make their ways into our families.
Mm-hmm.
The whole fur baby thing.
Yeah. No, it's they're in your circle.
Our intelligence is the unique thing about us. But all of the other animals have things that are better. If you want to say there's a higher life form, mate, fucking crocodiles. Those things have been around for a long ass time. Right? Fucking apex predator there. No.
Yeah, if you've got it, so the chimps are they're talking about the hierarchy of animals, they're going to go, well, how good are they in arboreal habitats?
There's a reason why we consider humans to be a higher life form. And yes, they are. We're animals in a sense of our, certain connection to the animal kingdom.
We're animals not in a certain connection to an animal kingdom, morphologically and genetically and We're just animals.
Yeah, but this is the religious element of it.
Yeah, I know.
He's going like, look, I can't really deny evolution, and I can't really deny that we are animals, you know. So we are, but we're also special in a really serious way. Like, we have a soul. You know, we've got something extra. We have a soul that is 100% heterosexual, unless we eat fungus.
We're animals in a sense of our, you know, certain connection to the animal kingdom. But no, we are higher beings with a higher form of intellect, which puts a greater standard on us.
Then start acting like it.
Yeah,
Start acting like it.
actually-
Start doing some research. Start actually looking at data. Stop just using your intuition, conflating it with other stories. Start being better.
Yeah. You're talking about higher standards. You should... Jeez, do you need to work on them?
You are giving us white cis men a bad name. Stop it. Stop it.
We are higher beings with a higher form of intellect, which puts a greater standard on us in terms of what we do. And trying to justify certain behaviors with the behaviors of animal is bonkers.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't.
This is a straw man. We can cut it here. This is.
Oh my goodness! Like,
I think we've kind of hit that same point.
Yeah.
Enough now.
yeah,
Is he's just reiterating the straw man over and over. He's not understanding why this argument exists. It's because of people like you, Shad.
It is, Shad. And it's the aggression and the, no, I will not tolerate this. What, the straw man you made up? Like, is he like this on other topics? This is abysmal. Like,
I've never seen anything like this.
Okay,
This-
this is some bottom barrel bullshit going on. Like, this is, oh, that's rough, man. That's sad to see.
Anyway,
Yes. He's deflated.
Shut
boys.
down.
He's deflated. He's deflated.
how are we gonna wrap things up here? Bye.
No. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Bye.